If you're planning on buying any cards from TCG Player, make sure you use our affiliate link right here in the description of our video to help support the channel. It's the best way to do it and it's free. And if you need any code cards, make sure you check out Potown Store for automatic email delivery and use code Tablemon for 5% off all your purchases. If you're from Europe, mealybotsgaming.com is a great option to get your cards from. They have all sorts of sealed products, merchandise, and all the sets available from Pokemon Sun and Moon upwards, including the latest Hidden Fate set. Don't forget to use Tablemon code when checking out to get a further 5% off from your final purchase. Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new day of Road to TCG Worlds 2020. Thank you so much for joining me. I have today for you people a really cool and original deck that was played by my good friend Mike Fouché at Atlantic City Regionals. He ended up getting, I believe, top 128 with the deck overall, if I'm not mistaken. Top 128 indeed, 5-2, so one win away from potentially making day 2, even though he was out of contention. Oh no, he actually wasn't. He tied his win and in the last round. So this is a Beheeyem based deck which allows you to use Mysterious Noise, dealing 90 damage, and your opponent can't play any item cards. You do shuffle back Beheeyem into the deck, but you are going to use Naganadel GX's ability Ultra Conversion to discard X's Ultra Beasts and therefore draw extra cards, and allowing you to get back the pieces for the Beheeyem. It's pretty cool because unlike Pidgeotto, drawing 3 straight up cards, potentially 6 if you have 2 Naganadels, potentially 9, allows you to get more resources, especially in the middle of the game. There does come a point with the Pidgeotto version in the very late game where you just have the pieces remaining and that's it. But with Naganadel, you actually get to access more pieces in the middle of the game, which is when you struggle to get back-to-back attacks. And you get to play things like Nihiligo, Pheromosa for the free retreat, and also the Stinger GX Naganadel, which allows you to get some really cute plays, along with being able to use potentially Beast Raid, Jet Needle as well, because we do run a Psychic and a Beast Energy, but more importantly we can also Venom Shot to try and close out games quicker than just relying purely on Beheeyem's Mysterious Noise. Now for Wolves we have our 2-9 Ninetales, which just immediately auto-win some matchups, and also the Gumi, which is really cool to have. But we have the Ditto to help us become the 5th Poipole or the 5th LGM or even the 3rd Vulpix. We have Ninetales, as I mentioned, Luminous Barrier. You can't be damaged by GXs or EXs, and there's really no way to turn this off. And we have Gumi as well with the Sticky Membrane ability, where your opponent's attacks cost colorless more. We have Mew to protect the bench, we have Nihiligo to copy attacks to potentially close out games as well, and supporters wise we have Cynthia and Copycat as the main one. Cynthia is just overall good, and Copycat if you're locking your opponent out of item cards and they start to stack them up in their hand, then Copycat becomes a really good card to have in the middle of the game. We have Tenaliza for the switch effect, but also for the shuffle. We have Koga's Trap to deal that little bit extra damage with Mysterious Noise. And we have Brock's Grid to recycle the Ultra Beast that we need to keep finding and discarding over and over. 4 Ultra Space helps us with setting up our Poipoles and Naganadels throughout the course of the game. Along with the Mysterious Treasures, we also have Pokecom to find different pieces, especially the Ninetales line, and we have U-Turn Board to continually have free retreat access. We have Reset Stamp for the late game, and our energies include 4 Triple Acceleration, the 1 Beast, and 1 Psychic. So let's see if this deck can flow decently and we can maintain our win streak. Like I said, the last few videos, like the last 4 or 5 videos, contain the 9 games of the win streak, and I hope that encourages you to keep watching, because I think it speaks a lot that I can use all of these very different decks throughout the course of different videos and maintain a solid win streak with all of them, despite some of them being the first time that I use them. So, of course, the opponent's quality matters as well. But by having this very high win streaks a lot of the time, that means I end up accumulating. That means I end up accumulating wins, and my rating goes much higher, and therefore the opponents I face are much better. Now, we see at Blacephalon, we saw pure fire, so this might be just Green's Blacephalon, which I imagine should be a very decent matchup for us, purely based on the fact that we can lock the B-strings, right? As long as we can continually attack, we will be able to lock the B-strings. There's merit to finding Gumi here to stop the Burst GX, though, meh. I think I'd rather just set up, right? I think I'd rather just set up. The Ditto means we have LGM basically, and multiple Poipoles is what I'm looking to establish turn 1. I don't mind losing a couple of prizes earlier on, because eventually I will have walls to prevent opponent's prizes. The Ultra Space will certainly help my opponent, but like I said, don't mind that too much at all. Now this Naganadel, it's only here, like sure, it can recover the Psychic Energy, it can never use it though. However, at some point against Mewtwo, you could end up using Turning Point to just outright win. So there we see the baby Blacephalon. There we see the baby Blacephalon. So it might just be a baby Blacephalon deck. And we had a pretty decent hand going into the next turn. I'm surprised my opponent chose to confuse and burn me rather than get a prize card. Very, very surprised. Top ticket Cynthia, that's amazing. This guy has free retreat with the U-turn board. Yes, it does. Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and evolve these people. And I'm just gonna set up a third one, because why not? This gives me access to so much of my deck. And I'm gonna go ahead and Cynthia. If I can start the item log right now, that's great. If not, then it's not the biggest of deals. I don't think Nihiligo will be especially useful in this matchup. And alright, so we won't be able to get an attack of this turn. Not the biggest of deals for sure. I will, however, attach an energy here, and then retreat into the Pheromosa and simply pass. Next turn, we will be able to get going pretty nicely, I would say. I would imagine. And that's like a beautiful looking bench right there, right? That's a beautiful looking bench. Alright, so there's the Blacephalon. That does get benched. So still greens, but I don't even know. My opponent did nothing last turn, so his hand is clearly not great. Potentially full of B-strings, which we are hoping to make sure that my opponent cannot use. See a Fire Flint, discarding a Fire, and an Ultra Space. That's completely okay by me. For the 4 fires, if we had been able to stop that, that would have been really nice. This guy is weak to fire, however, doesn't get KO'd by a 1 energy Mind Blown, which is really, really nice. And we see the Burst GX. So I don't understand the logic between using Burst GX this turn and not the last turn. I really don't, but all good. So 7 cards in my opponent's hand. I'm gonna go ahead and play the U-turn board here because it will get reshuffled. And I'll go Copycat for 7, and then I have Ultra Space to thin. I have, well, that's pretty much it. That's okay, because I got another Beheeyem. I got the triple, which is the important card. So I'll go ahead and Ultra Conversion this person away. And I can Pokegum away this for Poipole. My other Pheromosa is indeed prized along with my other Naganadel, so I priced 2 of my Ultra Beasts. That's never ideal, but I already have the triple Naganadel, so as long as I find my Brox at some point, should be fine. And then here we go. Here we go. I'll do that, and then I'll retreat. And let's go for the Mysterious Noise. No item cards for my opponent during their next turn. I will promote the Formosa if it gets knocked out. That's completely okay by me. And like I said, if I manage to get this this KO and there's no item cards for the next like 3 turns, that's gonna be pretty rough for my opponents. Pretty rough. As long as I can keep the loop going, I should be fine. Now I'm saying though, maybe you can only afford to establish 2 Naganadels. Because now I'm out of ways to draw extra cards with this Naganadel. Which means... Which means I really need the Brox next turn. Right? My opponent does decide to take the KO on the Formosa. That's completely okay by me. Completely okay by me. Kumi could end up being useful here. Because of the Baby Boss Cephalon. Yeah, for now I'll just leave it like this. And then I'll definitely Mysterious Treasure like this. Just to thin, right? There's no more Ultra Beasts, that's a problem. The 2 Brox are in the deck, however. So this deck thinning is indeed important. And then let's go for a Cynthia. Can I find the triple? I can't find the triple. Nor a Brox Grit. Alright. So we'll go ahead and do this. I'll attach the Beast Energy here. And then... I feel like I treasure just to keep thinning. For the Beheeyem for next turn. I really need my Brox, but I also really needed a triple. And I'll just pass, right? My opponent shouldn't be able to do much to my Gumi next turn. This is a little bit rough though. Maybe the triple Naganadel is just way too greedy. Maybe the triple Naganadel was indeed just way too greedy. My Copycat would have been fantastic this turn or the last turn instead of the Cynthias. Just look at my opponent's hand. Just look at my opponent's hand. Oh, you see the Welder, so goodbye Gumi. Probably. Goodbye Gumi. Could have attached the U-turn board. Everyone is accumulating so many energies in his hand. Why do you keep this card? Double fire to grab 4 more fires. This is looking a bit sketchy though for us, for sure. Definitely looking a bit sketchy here. In this past turn, that's where Pidgeotto would have been better. That is where 100% Pidgeotto would have been better than Naganadel GX, because I exhausted my resources so quickly. Probably because I set up triple Naganadel GX. My other Naganadel GX is also priced. So I priced 3 Ultra Beasts. That also doesn't help. That also certainly doesn't help. Alright. Okay, so top deck Copycats. I am very grateful for that. Go ahead and do this, and then I'll go ahead and Copycat. So I really want to set up a... still no Brox Grid. That's just crazy talk. Go ahead and bench the Vulpix. Go ahead and attach this. Go ahead and attach this. Go ahead and reset stamp for sure. Still no Brox Grid. That's just fantastic. Yep, there they are. And then let's go and Mysterious Noise. Hopefully this gives me at least one Ultra Beast, right? Half my prizes are Ultra Beasts. No item cards hopefully means this Nag is actually safe. That's not an Ultra Beast. And it's also not an Ultra Beast. Okay. All of 3 cards, my opponent shouldn't get a knockout here, right? Shouldn't. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Grabs the baby Brown, attaches the energy. So is he just gonna Bursting Burn? Hopefully. The reset stamp was the key, right? The reset stamp is what keeps me in the game still. I mean, my next turn honestly might just be KO the active with my Naganadel GX. That might just be the play. That takes away B-String from my opponent, so I don't care that he has item cards. What's a baby Blount gonna do against me? Yeah, I think that's gonna be the play. I do think that is going to be the play now. I do think that's gonna be my play. So the U-turn board, it's nice. Let me just go over this. So I do like benching the Ditto. I do like getting rid of the Mew. Definitely seems like an unnecessary card. Eventually I'll grab whatever. And then I'll go attach. And I'll go skateboard. I mean U-turn board onto this one. And then go Cynthia. I mean, I'm guaranteed to get at least one. At least one person right here. At least one good person. So I'll treasure away the Ninetales. I definitely won't need another Ninetales. Not when I'm up against baby Blounts. This way I thin. And let's go for the Venom Shot onto this guy. Thanks to the Beast Energy, I am able to get the KO. All I need to do is discard the triple, so I can potentially just snipe again. My opponent gets access to item cards, but that's okay because there shouldn't be any threats of B-String anymore. If my opponent had Welder last turn, figured he might have used it, and then even if out of some miracle my opponent manages to KO my Naganadel, which I don't expect, I should be okay. Like, it's probably better to just try to win, right? I have all my triples available. Now I have these two guys, so I can go triple KO and then triple KO. That's a much faster way to win than with Beheeyem, because my opponent's definitely not taking a KO this turn if he plays greens, which is great. So we have our win condition. We have our win condition pretty clear right here. Our win condition right here. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. As long as I find one of my 2 other triple accelerations after I double ultra conversion, it's looking fine. It's looking mighty fine. And if I panic, I can just lock items and be happy about it. Should be good though, should be good. Because I have the 2 psychics down, the beast and the psychic. Pretty cool deck so far. Definitely our prizes affected us. Definitely don't think you need to set up triple Naganadel. Double should be enough. That was super greedy of me, and my prizes didn't help me. My prizes certainly did not help me. Not finding procs also certainly did not help me. Welder and Fire Flint. That's fine. We see a Palpad. Putting back greens and Welder. My opponent chooses not to play the Fire Flint. So we know 2 of the cards in his hand, and we know the other 2 are possibly important. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm definitely gonna KO. Right? Let's be good. Let's ultra conversion first. Let's ultra conversion first. Do I want to take on Liza? I don't think I do. I'll just ultra conversion. I want a Brock's Grit. We're just not gonna proc great at all. So because I know the 2 cards my opponent has in his hand, I'm just gonna go ahead and reshuffle his hand from 4 to 3. But it's more to make sure that he doesn't even get this KO. Doesn't matter which baby clown I go after. Doesn't really matter which baby clown I go after. Just take the KO. Right here, and there's a victory. Yep. Alright. Alright, so we learned, right? We learned whilst maintaining our win streak. So let's go again. Let's jump into a brand new game. See if we can pull this one off and continue our win streak. Okay, so we're up against Beheeyem. We are up against Beheeyem. So the Mew will be important. The Ninetales will be extremely important. So you have to keep that in mind. We can't be too greedy with our Naganadel GX setups early on. Okay, just gotta remember that. My opponent taking a while with the coin flip. Not great. There's the coin flip that we do end up losing, making this even harder. Even harder. Alright. So, given my opponent is going first, I think out of all of these Pokemon, well, my hand is actually awful. Oh, my hand is actually upsettingly awful. I think the Mew is the Pokemon to get rid of. I'll bench those 2. That gives my opponent more information on what he might be up against. The Mulligan is a very welcome addition. The double Mulligan even, that's even better. That's even better, so that we don't have such an underwhelming turn. So my opponent is already down a whole minute, and the game hasn't even started. Come on, man. Pay attention. Go on. He might be AFK. Oh, I don't understand these people. Yep, I generally think he's AFK. Definitely wanted 2 mulligans. Definitely gonna be benching the Formosa. Okay. Are you there, opponent, or are you not there? I don't think he's there. I do not think he's there. Yep, there you go. He just clicked play and then left for whatever reason. Right, 2 lightning points away, 11 win streak, obviously that one shouldn't count, but we'll take it. We shall take it. Let's find an actual person behind the keyboard this time. Let's find an actual person behind the keyword. And in the meantime, whilst I find someone, here's a code. Yeah, for those of you watching the videos, I really do appreciate you people. Whilst I get back into a streaming rhythm once again, here's a code card for you. I'll give out another one, so make sure you are ready. Here you go. There you go. So good luck. Good luck to whoever ends up claiming the code cards. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks so much for your support. I would like to go first. Thank you very much. I did pay attention to what my opponent's previous screen had. The Fires, Leaves, and Deck Box is kind of an indicator And this is honestly a pretty good start. Can't complain. Getting triple basics plus the beast on my turn 1 when I definitely won't be attacking doesn't get much better than that. Doesn't get much better than that. Seeing the Jirachi, it could be Mew Mew, could be ability Reshi. 6 cards in hand. I don't think I'm Mysterious Treasuring away anything. So basically a Cynthia. Basically a Cynthia. Not bad here. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this guy already, right? And then I don't expect the Gumi to go down at all. And this is extra cards if I need them, so I think this is good. I think this is good for now. We see an Acrobike leaning more towards ability Reshi right here. Super Scoop Up might be the indicator that it's towards Reshi's art deck from Worlds. The Cherish Bowl should be able to confirm that, as my opponent will grab a Reshi's art indeed. So seeing those 2 cards and the Jirachi start, my best guess would be we are up against towards Reshiram and Charizard deck from the World Championships that got top 4. The stadium does get replaced, unsurprisingly, right? Unsurprisingly, does get replaced. Discards a fire, grabs 2 fires. My opponent has already set up the Vulpix, which is sad. Quite sad for us. Does go for the attachment and Copycat for 5. Decent. Ooh. I mean, this basically gets me the Beheeyem, right? So I feel like I'm gonna Ultra Conversion. Now all I'm looking for is a U-turn board, which I do get. Wow, that's just crazy. So I basically got everything I wanted this turn. No item cards for my opponent. I knock out the Jirachi. Pretty fantastic. Pretty fantastic start for us. I could have barely asked for a better start, honestly. Could have barely asked for a better start. So let's go ahead and Mysterious Noise. Do I want to Giant Heart something away? Probably not. We get ahead in the prize cards. No item cards. It's gonna be decently difficult for my opponent to get a KO, I guess, ish. He'll have to use his GX attack because his attacks do cost 1 more. I doubt he'll have like Ninetales, Fire, bring this guy up, KO it. He might, but it's not super likely. And then if he burns the GX, that makes my Ninetales extremely good. What? Well, there's a Ninetales. I have a feeling my opponent doesn't know that he can't play item cards. Well, maybe he does. Why? Why would you promote the Ninetales though? Touches. Why? You just want to buy some time? Like, why? What are you protecting from? Right? What are you actually protecting from? 9 Temptations. Go for it. Absolutely go for it. I'm still not threatened. Now you can't switch. You can't play switch. You can't play a skateboard. So my opponent probably just doesn't know what Beheeyem does. Probably didn't realize that he would not be able to play item cards. Like if you have this, then you just promote the Reshi and you get the KO. He was able to get what I deemed to be worst case scenario. He was able to achieve that. Okay. So I have the energy to retreat. I don't foresee the the beast being super important. Is there anything I want to giant hearth away though? That's the question. I know I want to play the Ditto down. That much I want to, because that's like playing down a Vulpix, a Poipole, and an LGM all at the same time. So I feel like I get rid of the Vulpix here. So I have another one and I have the Ninetales. And then let's go for the Cynthia. Let's go for the Cynthia. And then let's Ultra Conversion. Perfect. That is just absolutely beautiful. This is just simply fantastic. So let's grab this. I don't foresee myself using this Naganadel in this matchup. Let's go ahead and Ultra Conversion it away. Very nice. Then, do I even want to? I mean, getting rid of the Ultra Space, it's not ideal, but it's not terrible either. Getting rid of the Pokecom, it's also not terrible. I feel like I'd rather that for now. So I'll delete this Naganadel for now. And then let's Ultra Conversion. And I even got the U-turn board. Jeez. I am getting extremely lucky over here. Very nice. Possibly evolving this guy might have been a mistake. I don't get the game on the Ninetales, which is marginally annoying, but we know that my opponent's hand is just not that great, right? Probably not that great. And then if he goes Attach Retreat on Keokumi, so be it. You know, have at it. Have at it. That means he's using his GX attack. And if he uses his GX attack, then he can't bypass the Ninetales, which we are hoping to draw next turn. Could have had if we just kept the Pokegum. Not the biggest of deals though. Not the biggest of deals. So yeah, big misplay by my opponent last turn. Big misplay. Big misplay. He could have just taken 2 prizes. Oh wow, his hand is just all energy. His hand is actually just all energy. Alright, so we lose the beast. It's not the end of the world. It's generally not the end of the world. Okay. So then, what are you doing, deck? Why are you just completely wrecking my opponent? There's just no other way to describe it. This deck just wants me to completely wreck my opponent at this point. Alright, so let's Ultra Space for this Nag. Like I said, I kind of want to keep the Nihilico available for the future potentially. Alright, and I even just immediately got the Ninetales. That's fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. Because now what do you do, opponent? Do you have 2 more fires to bypass the Ninetales? Do you really? Do you actually? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do you have another giant card? Do you have another 2 fires in your hand? I mean, he might. With this Torch version of the deck, it does play 18 energy, so he might actually have them. He does have 1. Goes for the Dead Change. Was that his actual top deck? That's crazy. That's actually crazy. That is actually crazy. We see the Jirachim. And then we see the pass. Alright. So 1 energy away from knocking out the Ninetales. Not the biggest of deals if that does happen. So definitely want to set up another Poipole right here. That's for sure. Definitely need to find the triple, right? That's the key card we are looking for. The triple. So let's go ahead and treasure away this for the Poipole. And And that's the card I'm going to Ultra Conversion away. Top the Brox, which I don't need this turn particularly. So do I just burn the 2 Pokecom? I think so. Maybe I did this all wrong. I think I did this all wrong. 1 triple is prized, so that's not useful. That is not useful. Right, so you need to kind of get lucky here off of this Cynthia. And we don't. And we don't. So let's have him use the GX attack. That was rough though. That was indeed rough. See, call pad. Puts back the welder. Items available for my opponent. I think that attack is annoying for sure. See, Cherish. Going for a Heatran. This decides to switch out, assuming he has a skateboard already in his hand. Immediately grabs the Pokecom. Goes for the Pokecom. Puts back the turret. Will grab the Dene? No, grab Victini. Ugh, that's annoying. Is he really not going to... Does he... Wow. He didn't have a fire. My opponent actually did not have a fire energy. So the turn we lost, we now make up for it. That is completely fine by me. That is actually completely fine by me. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and Cynthia now. There's a triple. And then sure, now I'll grab the Nihiligo, it's fine. And we'll get rid of the Nihiligo. There's no way my opponent just has the Welder Fire to carry me with Victini, right? So Ninetales should be good to go here. Get another prize card, Tame and Lysam. Next turn, I think we're definitely using Brock's Crit. Wow, just immediately promotes the Victini. As is the Dene. Top decked Welder, or throws away a Welder. Alrighty then. Alright, hopefully this reset stamp just stops my opponent in his tracks. Super annoying though. Super annoying. Alright, so let's figure this out. Step 1, reset stamp. Right? Step 1, reset stamp. Step 2. They choose that Ninetales though. Step 2 is Brock's Grit. Gonna put back a Vulpix, 2 Vulpixes, and then just like Ultra Beasts. I think that makes sense. Alright. So sure, I'll grab the Pheromosa. And then let's go Ultra Conversion. I don't have an attack. Okay, I do have one now. So I'll do this, I'll do this, I'll do this. So what I'm hoping for is that my opponent promotes this guy into the Gumi. No, he's gonna Outrage. You know what? I have to promote a Naganadel after I attack this turn. As long as I do that, I believe I win, because with the Psychic and the Nihiligo. So I'm setting up a trap for my opponent. I am 100% setting up a trap to where he's forced to use Flare Strike. Hopefully, he doesn't catch on to the Nihilego. The right play is to double blaze with an extra fire, which he will likely have after he just put in so many back. But if he just gets greedy with a Flare Strike, then we win with Nihilego. There we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Setting up traps. Setting up traps. Uh-oh. Does it sound? I hope it's recording. Oh no, he took 2 prizes. Oh my gosh. Oh, I messed up. I actually messed up. Oops. So then it's reset stamp to 1 and hope that he doesn't hit. Oops. Oh, he's not at 2 so silly, Pablo. So silly. And I didn't even get the triple or the reset stamp. Okay. Alright, I see how it is. I see how it is, deck. I see how it is. Uh-oh. I didn't even get the triple or the reset stamp. Got the triple, but there's no way my opponent doesn't just have another energy right here. So we end up losing. We definitely end up losing here. Oh, I thought I had set up a trap. Yeah, Naganadel gives up 2 prizes. What were you thinking, Pablo? What were you actually thinking? Yeah, or 9 Temptations. That's just being incredibly disrespectful. Just attach the energy and KO, man. Alright, so GG to my opponent. Definitely a tough matchup. Those turns we missed an attack. That turn where we didn't get the extra damage on the Reshizard, that was the key. Right? That was the key. And then the fact that my opponent had everything to get my Ultra Beasted Pokemon also hurt, because if I had my Beast Energy on the Naganadel from way earlier, this turn I could have won by sniping for 200 damage. So a few things went wrong. We weren't able to thin enough to the point where we had the consistent stream of triple energies. Having 1 prize didn't help us, but what are you gonna do, right? That ends our win streak. That will end the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this Space Force deck, as my friends called it. And don't forget to leave a like. I will see you people in tomorrow's video. Bye-bye.